Hey everybody, it's Mally and welcome back to my channel.
Hey guys, it's Mally and welcome back to my channel.
Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be talking to you about Proverbs today, and I'm super excited because I really feel like every time I got near my Bible, the Lord was just saying Proverbs, Proverbs, Proverbs. So I have a good word for you guys today. So I'm going to be looking at some of the scriptures in 3 different ways today. So we're just going to jump right into our first way, and it is in Proverbs 2. It's titled The Value of Wisdom. So it says, "My son, if you receive my word and treasure my commandments within you, so that you will incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voices for understanding." So I want to stop it right there really quick. So it is saying, my son, if you will receive my words, treasure my commandments, keep those within you, and if you listen to me and apply your heart to my understanding, and if you cry out for my discernment, and if you lift up my voice. The next verse, we're in verse 4, it says, "If you seek her as silver, and if you search for her as if it were hidden treasures." I think that is so beautiful because it says, if you seek for my word as if it were silver, as if you search for it as if it were hidden treasures. I think that is just like a wonderful way to put it. It says, "Then you will understand and fear the Lord. You will find the knowledge of God, for the Lord gives wisdom. For his mouth comes knowledge and understandings. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright, and he is a shield for those who walk uprightly. He guards the path of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path." So we're going to go back really quick to verse 5. It says, so after I said that if you just search for it as if it were silver, if you look for it as if it were hidden treasures, it says, then you will understand and you will fear me. And then it says, you will find my knowledge. And then verse 7, I love this verse. It says, he stores up sound wisdom. I just think that's so amazing that God has stored up wisdom for you, but only if you want to receive it. And then it says, I am a shield for those and when you walk uprightly. So just think about it. You're just walking on your normal day, and God is shielding you from anything that would come from the enemy that would try and come and steal your joy. I just think that is a super beautiful verse, but it's only if, back in verse 3, it says, if we cry out for discernment and if we lift up his name to hear his understanding. So that was in Proverbs 2, so we're going to move on to the next page. And here is another way that I'm going to look at it. So we are going to start in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. This is a verse that a lot of people know. It is, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understandings, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path." So let me talk for a minute. If you're a church baby like me, then you have heard this verse a whole lot, but so many times a lot of people don't really know what it means. So I'm going to jump up to chapter 3, 1. It says, "My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commandments. For the length of days and long life and peace they will be added to you." So I want to talk about this for a second. When we are growing up, we know these verses. Like, it has been drilled into us. And if you were just now hearing about this, you know these verses. But are you going to keep them in your eyesight? So it is saying, don't forget my law, because it's so easy just to go to church and just like live this life and like just be full-hearted with God. But then as soon as you walk out, as soon as you go, it hits Monday, you go to your work, you go to your school, you go to your job, whatever you go to do, it's easy to forget his law. But he's saying, don't forget your law and keep my commandments close to your heart. So that is verse 3:1. And I like the verse down here. We're going to skip to verse 21. It says, "My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul, grace to your neck, and then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet." So I think if you add those two together, it's so beautiful because it is saying, in verse 21, it says, keep the word of God in your eyesight. Don't let it fall out of your eyesight. And then so I'm going to add these two together and kind of pair them together. So it's saying, keep my word within your eyesight. Don't forget it. Keep the commandments close to you. And if you do, then it will be life to your soul, grace to your neck. You will walk safely. Your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will be not afraid, and you will have sleep sweet. For your length of days and your long life and peace, they will all be added unto you. So it's only if we don't forget his law and we keep God within our eyesight and we keep those commandments close to him. So that was my second way that you could look at Proverbs. And then here's my last and final way. It is back to Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understandings, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. So here's what I like to think of it as. Sometimes me and my mom, I'll think of this. I'll think of what's the next step for me, but she'll be she sees the bigger picture for me because she's been to the same places I've been. She's stood in the same positions that I may have been in. And I may feel God, Mom, I know what decision I need to make because I can see what's ahead of me. But she's but I can see what's so much farther ahead of you, and I think you should make this decision. So it's kind of like this with God. In your lifespan, you may only see what's right, what's next for you. But God is saying, I see the longer picture. I see what's ahead of you. So I just want you to trust in me. Don't lean on your own understandings. So I love this verse. It's the verse right after 6. So it's verse 7. Do not be wise in your own eyes, but fear the Lord and depart from evil. And it will be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. I think that is beautiful because he's saying, don't be wise in your own eyes. Let me be your eyes. Let me show you what's so farther ahead of you. Don't just think, I know what to do because I can only see what's in front of my eyes, but look into God's eyes and see how much is in front of you. And it says, if you depart from evil and if you fear the Lord, it's going to be health to your flesh and strength to your bones. So I think all three of these ways that I looked at Proverbs today is super encouraging. And if you guys want to listen to it again, go ahead, rewind the video, listen to it again. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I really felt like this was on my soul. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for Quarantine Day 5 tomorrow.